Alright, what is going on, guys? It is your boy TKD123 here, back again here on PlayStation Source. And yes, I know the title may be a little bit misleading, you know what I'm saying? I know the thumbnail may be a little misleading, you know, I get it, alright? But honestly, if the devs are going to go out and say that, you know, these two games equal Splitgate, I'll do the same thing here as well. Yes, guys, Halo has came to PlayStation 5 in the form of Splitgate here. Obviously, it's not actually Halo, but it is heavily inspired by Halo and, of course, Portal as well. But before we get into it, guys, and my thoughts on the overall beta review, I have a day job, but you can help me escape that day job and do full-time PlayStation content coverage here on PlayStation Source by, of course, supporting the video. If you enjoyed it, like the video. They do help out a lot, guys. Liking does tremendously help out the channel and the algorithm that I do have to, unfortunately, you know, shift my content to fit the best I can, you know what I'm saying? So, of course, a like helps, subscribing to the channel as well to keep up with the latest and greatest, and PlayStation would be a great thing as well. But beyond those things, let's talk about Splitgate here. So Splitgate is in beta right now. The official release was delayed. I believe it's still happening in August, but it's just gonna be a little bit later than expected because they had a bunch of server issues with the game, which I'm sure you guys have heard of if you've heard of this game already. There were a lot of crazy queue times last week that were upwards of, like, you know, 30 minutes to, you know, multiple hours as well sometimes on the whole queue, and that was early on in the beta. But as of this recording right now, August 7th, they have alleviated the server issue a lot, and it's a lot quicker to get into a game now than it was early on in the beta for consoles, at least. And so now the queue times are down to, you know, virtually nothing. Sometimes they're 5 minutes or so. But an easy way to check on the queue time, if you guys are getting long queue times, is to check up on their Discord server. I will link it below in the description, and I'll show you here on screen. They have a really cool Discord setup where you can see the queue time very easily on the Discord server. You can check at it with a glance and see how long it'll take for you to get into the actual Splitgate lobbies. And so definitely check that out if you're interested in this game. It's been really helpful. I bet early on it's going to be a lot more helpful than I bet down the road when they really get all of the server stuff under control, which they have done for the most part here. But in case you're running through some long queue times or you're just curious, definitely check out that Discord down below to the Splitgate Discord server. But also feel free to check out our Discord as well, you know, over on the PlayStation Source Discord server. A lot of cool guys hanging out. We're talking about games, we're chilling, we're vibing. Definitely join that community as well. But beyond all of that, Splitgate is a multiplayer competitive shooter that, of course, they describe as being Halo and Portal. And so both of those, you know, games you can definitely imagine there. We can talk a little bit about the Halo side of it. That is just purely just the gun mechanics and the way the game feels on the sticks, which I gotta say, it feels amazing. Just, you know, service level stuff here. We're gonna get into the nitty gritty in this review, but definitely service level, it feels a lot like Halo from those that have played it. I personally have not played Halo, but I know a lot of people that have played Halo say that this definitely feels like it. And I've played Destiny a lot, and I can see the kind of DNA that's there as well, you know, with the Bungie old school type of style overall. So you can definitely see that first and foremost. Probably tell it from here in the gameplay as well, visually speaking. But the game is incredibly fun. It has such a tactile feel to it, you know, that I think a lot of it has to lend to the sound design of the game as well. Like when you get a kill, even when you get an assist kill at the end of the match, when you get your different medals and your different, you know, things that you are working towards in terms of getting camos for your guns and everything, and just different rewards and different drops as well, like there is so much positive audio reception that you are getting for nearly whatever you do in the game that is extremely satisfying. It's something I really love about the game. But my favorite audio cue is, of course, that sweet kill audio cue. Is so satisfying.
King Slayer. King Slayer. Game over.
It's no Modern Warfare 2 hit marker satisfying, but goddamn, it's close enough, okay? You know what I'm saying? But the main unique aspect of this game, of course, is the portal system. So what it is that when you're on a map, there are these blue walls and ceilings and floors that have this specific texture that indicates to the player that this is something that you can put a portal onto, right? So at least on PS5, right? And of course, I am playing a PS4 version of the game. They have confirmed that next-gen updates are coming happening in the future, but those plans were supposed to be here already, but they were halted because of the server issues that they are working with right now in Splitgate. But you know, eventually down the road there will be updates for the next gen systems for Splitgate. But right now I'm playing the PS4 version, and it's L1 R1 for both your portals. So what you do is L1, you press on a wall, that's your entry point, and then you put an R1 portal somewhere else, which is your exit point. Okay, of course this may be something that is very clear for a lot of people that played Portal back in the day, but just in case you have it, which I actually have not played Portal. I know it's crazy, like I haven't played Halo or Portal, but I love Splitgate. Like what the hell's going on, right? But you know, that is how you do it, right? And I think a lot of players are first going to kind of feel that the portal system is a means of traversal where you can get to another part of the map very quickly, which that is something that you can do with the portals, but you really got to think more in-depthly about Splitgate and the portal system, because I have gotten plays where someone is shooting at me, I shoot a portal behind them without them knowing, then I do a random portal which they think is just some random portal whatever, but I come up behind them and end them off, you know what I'm saying? And there's other times where I've been on the receiving end of that, where I had someone that was using a sniper and they shot me once and then shot a portal behind me, and then shot a portal on the ground as he's falling, and then headshotted me through the portal that he made. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's those levels of plays that really add to Splitgate, that I think make it so compelling, and it really does transcend it from just being a regular multiplayer shooter to being something that has this element that you really have to think a lot about, that really does add a unique freshness to Splitgate. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like you're getting just a traditional shooter, which a lot of the time in gameplay it may feel that way, but really when you are utilizing the portals, it feels like a whole different game. I personally love it, right? I love the portal system. I think it's really great. I think it's one of the freshest things I've seen added to the first person, you know, shooter genre in a very long time. I'm obsessed with the portal system, right? But going into the weapons, of course, you have your usual, you know, carbine, which is going to be your semi-auto rifle that you always spawn with usually in most game modes. You have your assault rifle as well, that is usually your secondary, so I like to always pop off a shot or two on the enemy with the carbine and then switch over to the assault rifle and finish them off, or vice versa. Or of course when someone's long range, you do that with the carbine, short range you do it with the assault rifle, etc., right? But there's other different weapons across the map that is very much in a Halo fashion in terms of specialty weapons, like a very powerful sniper. There's also the rocket launcher as well, and like those two guns are in very, like, you know, unique odd places in the map that of course are on spawn timers as well and different stuff like that. So that, if you played Halo, of course you know what that kind of lends itself to, where if you pick up a rocket launcher, you know, you are a very rare asset on the battlefield, and you can get some easy kills off that as well. But there's other weapons too, like a very high powered SMG that you can find on maps. There's probably the best weapon overall pound for pound, which is probably going to be the railgun. It's a one-hit kill no matter where you hit someone. It just has a very long, like, wind up time to actually fire. It's extremely powerful. Definitely be on the lookout for that if you're in a Splitgate game. There's of course one of my favorite weapons, which is the battle rifle. It's a burst rifle, which is definitely what I've heard a lot of people say, that it mimics an exact weapon in Halo. It's a burst battle rifle. It's super powerful. Obviously headshots are very important for that, and you know, shotguns as well. The shotgun, I love the shotgun in this game. God damn, the shotgun's really good in this game. And there's also another weapon called the plasma rifle, which is kind of like it's honestly like a gun out of Doom Eternal, really. Like, it feels like that. It's a very interesting gun where there's a lot of lead up to the shots, and the bullet projectiles travel really slowly, so you gotta kind of like lead your shots with that one overall. But so those were just a few guns that I was really enjoying throughout my time on the beta, which, by the way, over the course of this weekend I got to 500 kills in the beta, just to give you guys some context how much I've been playing this game. I fucking love this game so far, and I'm sure there's gonna be more weapons in the future when the full game comes out, and maybe post content as well. But like, overall, man, like, I am just really obsessed with this game. I think it plays great. Obviously, you know, with the server stuff, yeah, you may have to wait in some queues a little bit longer, and I have gotten like a game or two that felt very poor in terms of connection, but definitely not the majority by any means of my time has been spent in those lobbies. I've gotten great connections overall. I've had a great time with this game. And I think above all else, like, it just adds another layer again with those portals. Like that is really the unique thing, is that the portals really add another layer to not only the core gameplay, but also the different variety of, you know, modes that you can play in this game. There's King of the Hill, there's VIP, there's your TDM, there's your domination. There's other modes like Team Shoddy Snipers that have to do with just you having a sniper and a shotgun. There's Instagib, where you are having the very powerful railgun that we talked about before, but the thing is, it takes off in this game mode only the wind up time it takes to shoot the railgun, so it's just one hit kills out the wazoo. Everyone's out here just killing people left and right. It's a very hectic game mode, but this, of course, you know, the usual free-for-all and stuff like that. It's gonna be your average kind of list of game modes, but they seem to have a lot of them in the beta at least, and I assume there's gonna be more coming after launch and stuff like that, and maybe with the launch of the, you know, official version of Splitgate when it comes out eventually later on this month. But of course, this game also has a ranked mode at launch, which is huge. They have been very vocal and honest about the game's skill-based matchmaking in that term, where of course in ranked mode you are going to be ranked with, you know, people that are your skill, obviously, it being a ranked mode, which is completely fine with me because you expect that in a ranked mode. And in casual play, they say they have a very loose skill-based matchmaking, where not every game you're going to run into noobs, and if you are a newcomer, you're not going to run into a pro player like, you know, your first lobby or whatever. So they really have a nice balance there, where they're trying to make sure that, you know, everyone has a nice time in casual mode, and it's a very loose skill-based matchmaking. But of course, it's all gloves off in ranked mode, baby. You know, you are facing people that are your stats and everything and your skill level, so of course that is completely fine with me, and that's something that I wish a lot of other games did. Call of fucking Duty. You know what, actually, I don't think I mentioned this. It's free to play. Did I mention that? Shit, I forgot to mention that. Yo, I'm out here so excited to talk about this game and everything, and I've been talking about it on Twitter for days now. I forgot to mention that, yes, this is not only a free beta, but when it launches, it's a free to play game. So of course, you're gonna have your microtransactions with your skins and stuff like that, and you know, you can change out a bunch of different, you know, cosmetic pieces in your armor, and of course skins on every weapon that you have in the map, and ones that come equipped with your character already. So there's always that. But as a whole, this free to play game called Splitgate is incredible. I love this game to pieces. I've been enjoying it so much these past few days, and I feel like a lot of people out there will enjoy it as well. I think it's super fresh. It feels very new. It feels awesome, man. I'm really enjoying Splitgate, and I definitely recommend, you know, if you are on PS5 and you're, you know, holding out towards Iki Island or Kena Bridge of Spirits or Deathloop, I think you should check out Splitgate if you're into that multiplayer craze, that, you know, traditional 6v6 you know, multiplayer that I think you're going to really enjoy here in Splitgate. But down below, guys, let me know your thoughts. Have you played it? Are you gonna check it out? Do you like Splitgate? Do you hate Splitgate? Let me know your thoughts. Let me know in the comments below, and make sure also, while you are down there, hit up that description. You can find links to our Discord, our Twitter, and Anchor link. That way you can listen to our long form content in podcast format. Those, of course, being Save Slot Podcast, where we talk about PlayStation topics on a weekly basis, and of course the Twitter at PSOrsVids, all that great stuff. Definitely follow us on there. Like the video if you enjoyed it, as well as hit subscribe to PlayStation Source to keep up with the latest and greatest in PlayStation. Thank you all for watching, and as always, greatness awaits.